All right, I told you that we would go ahead and finish up this little scene, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the little Christmas tree now. But all this is basically I just drew a cone, is what it is. Just drew kind of a cone. I traced a cone, picture of a cone, and I took it, and let me get my ruler here. It's going to be bigger than the little guy, so it's going to be about 5.5 inches high and about 3 inches wide at the base, in other words. And what I did is I took this and I traced it on a piece of paper and I cut it out on this side. Then once I cut it out, I turned it on the other side and I drew it and I cut it out. See? And that's going to be our tree. And what we're going to do is I'm just going to kind of round this top up here a little bit. Just get these sides kind of down just a little bit. A little bit more even, as we possibly say, and then I'll show what we're going to do. I saw someone do this one time with a cone. I get a lot of ideas from other people. This is not my original idea, but that doesn't hurt because we're learning. Not everything has. Let me tell you something, folks. I don't know if there's a lot of carvers argue about original ideas and things like that, but I'll be honest with you. There's very few things that you can carve that somebody hadn't done before. There really is. I mean, it's when you really boil down to it, somebody's done something very similar or whatever. So let's not get into that, okay? I mean, I don't mean you go out and you take other people's stuff, but if you see someone, the way someone carves and does something, then appreciate it. And it's just a cone, basically, like we made in school and we did in school and stuff. Now, what they did, and I'm going to have to have my pencil for this. I'm not ready with my pencil. Okay, let me go ahead and sharpen my little pencil here. Okay, now what they did was they took, and let me just kind of go a little bit for this and kind of do this at the top. They took it and they did things like they came down and they sort of did like this, in other words. And then they came up and they came down. Okay, that's done on that side. And they went up and they did the same thing on this side where it's sort of joined. Then they took their knives and they cut into that. Just like that. Just like that. And they kind of cut in here. They just remove the outside of the wood like that. And they cut it kind of deep. sort of give it a design like that. See? And I'm going to cut a little bit in here. Just sort of like that. See how the top of it is? I'm going to round it off just a little bit. I'm going to just sort of do like this. In other words, just sort of give it the... Move that. See that? Right, it kind of looks like that. Then they took and like from here or up underneath here, let me see, let me get it just a little bit deeper, so it shows. They came down from here, and it just sort of came down and went up there like this, in other words. Okay? And they cut into that. Maybe I should make these a little bit longer, a little bit bigger. And they cut in like this. Now, I haven't done a lot of Christmas trees or anything like that, but I just thought it was kind of neat the way that they did that. And you make deep cuts. Especially on the end where it kind of, there we go, where it kind of stands out. See, like that. And then they just basically, from here they brought another piece down. It went down maybe this far and came up. Maybe not so far. But the cuts were made deep. And then bring that kind of up like that. Especially on the end here, you want to and once again you do the, there you go, like that. See where it kind of, see that? And then you kind of come down like that and come across and up like that. You can design it any way you want. Now, probably a lot of you have probably done this a whole lot. But you make sure that it definitely comes up like that. Now, I'm not an expert on this, okay, but we're gonna go through it as best as we possibly can. I haven't ever done this before, but and then you kind of come down here and then you go up to this one. You make deep cuts, especially at the end here. And then you just kind of flip it up, see? Like that. See what we're doing here? This is, we flip this up in here, okay? Make it come to a point. See, like that. Okay.